Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Play on GA with me, Seamus Brady. I'm just finished watching the All-Ireland football final between Kerry and Galway of 2022. Kerry winning by 20 points to Galway's 16 points. Of course, Kerry finally breaking their mini famine, if you like, winning the first All-Ireland title since 2014. Galway's wait for one goes on. They haven't won it since 2001. I'm just going to go through my thoughts, my reaction to the game, what I think, etc. And then there'll be a longer review coming with myself and Luke soon on the channel, so make sure you check that out. Yeah, I'm devastated for Galway. I thought some of their players throughout the game were absolutely magnificent. I really thought some of them didn't play anywhere near their potential, but a lot played fantastic. I'm talking, Sean Kelly was just fantastic at the back. Jack Glynn did such an amazing job on Paddy Clifford. Dylan McHugh was skipping down the right wing the entire game. John Daly at centre back was fantastic. Kieran Malloy was brilliant. Paul Conroy, Killian McDade. Conroy was taken off. We'll get to that later. I think he must have been a bit injured. I thought Matthew Tierney was very good. Johnny Heaney, fantastic. And Shane Walsh, like, where do you even start with Shane Walsh? What an absolutely incredible performance by Shane Walsh in that first half, just kicking points for fun. He kicked one in the second half that was like, why even shooting from there? But absolutely incredible point. And never, ever, ever can he be, accused of being, only a man for the games against lesser teams. And like, he stepped up on the biggest stage of all and was absolutely sensational. I do think the likes of Damien Comer and Robert Finnerty did not play anywhere near the potential that they're at. I was worried for Finnerty going into this game because of how I seen Dean Rock getting shut down in the semi-final. Rock is quite a similar player to Finnerty. They both come off the shoulder with good timing, good shooting. And the way that Dean Rock wasn't even allowed to have a shot at the post, I was a bit concerned then for Robert Finnerty. And then, yeah, sure enough, turns out that it didn't go his way on the day. For Kerry, I mean, the obvious one, David Clifford, absolutely fantastic. And I'm predicting that he's going to scoop up Footballer of the Year now, because when everything was against Kerry in that first half and when Galway were putting them to the sword, David Clifford, time and time again, particularly for the two marks, just soared up in the air and caught them. Proper captain, proper leader, proper man to turn to when everything seems like it's down. He's the man who, stepped up and was made to be counted. And fantastic footballer, David Clifford. And I genuinely do truly believe, that by the time David Clifford's career is all said and done, he'll be the greatest of all time. I think I've never seen a player. I think David Clifford, I think he's only 22, 23. I've never seen a footballer be as good as David Clifford is at this age. It's scary how good he is. Imagine how good he'll be when he's 28, 29. So it's remarkable how talented this fella is. I thought for the Kerry side, I thought Paddy Clifford was held pretty well by Jack Glynn. Thought Sean O'Shea had a pretty quiet game by his standards. David Moran was gone after after one half, taken off, replaced by Adrian Spillane. I thought Galway in the first half were magnificent, but it was very clear that the likes of Jason Foley, Graham O'Sullivan as well, the job he did on Rob Finnerty was just remarkable. Brino Buglik, I thought, did a tidy job as well there, and Johnny Heaney kept up with him pretty well. Tyg Morley had a very good game. Jack Barry, very, very good battle there with Killian McDade, who McDade is a shoe-in for an all-star. He was remarkable. I think the big difference is Kerry's bench made a much bigger impact on the game than Galway's did. The Killian Spillane and Adrian Spillane double substitution at halftime was magnificent, because having the nerve to take off David Moran and bring in Adrian Spillane takes guts, and Jack O'Connor did that. And Spillane brought more energy to the midfield. He brought more, mobility. He brought more to that Kerry midfield than David Moran was bringing in the first half. Killian Spillane as well, such a clutch player, such an underrated player. And he popped up throughout the game with key points at key stages. And I think that was one of the reasons that they did go on to win the All-Ireland. As well, on top of that, the likes of Paul Gainey, were quiet, but David Clifford was shining the entire way through. Stephen O'Brien in that first half as well, I thought was brilliant. I just think Galway in that same period that Kerry substitutes really stood up and were counted. Galway just didn't have the same strength and depth that Kerry did, and Galway were forced to turn to lads that, hadn't actually had that much game time in the championship. The likes of Niall Daly, Cathal Sweeney, that did do well, but these lads are coming fresh in, haven't had not much game time, whereas Kerry's were bringing on lads that they brought on for the entire championship. And yeah, sure enough, going on to win the All-Ireland, 20 points to 16. I predicted Kerry at the very, very beginning of the year, and I've backed them in every game that they played. And yeah, they have ended up winning the All-Ireland, and deservedly so. They've been brilliant. And it's just scary, you know, what this could be, because as I've mentioned on a few podcasts, Dublin's run of All-Irelands came off the back of one minor All-Ireland winning team. Kerry had 5 in a row. And these lads are now fully broken into the senior team, and they've already won an All-Ireland. So God knows where this goes. But that's honestly my just reaction. I'm very, very impressed with Kerry. Very impressed with Galway's performance as well. And they will be back again, I'm pretty sure. I hope Kerry enjoy their night in D2 on Harcourt Street in Dublin. They announced that quite confidently, but they have earned the right now to have a good celebration. And I hope they enjoy it. All-Ireland champions for 2022. Congratulations to Jack O'Connor. Congratulations to Kerry. All the best. Until the next video, guys, here on Play on GAA. Take care.